I am fully aware I know nothing. This is why I look deep within for the answers.
Thuggin' on 8 with the 4-4s. High speed chase through the drugs on. Running from Jake and the Popo. They claim the game, but they subpar. Short 100 purse, need another jar. Been a hot boy with them rock stars. Watching out for the sweep off a Dunbar. But them Grand Marquises be unmarked. Sitting on the corner in the hood park. Say beat his gun charge. Seen them in the hood, hop out the back of a squad car. Either you trap or you farm hot. Choppers with straps on the arm stock. Slide with Glocks in the armrest. Got some get back, we ain't ducking no wreck. Put that chopper to a nigga lips like some fucking Carmex. Blow the R-Test, DJ running back like a fucking hot track. Thuggin' in the projects, I wish I could bring my nigga Moss back. Turn your town into old country buffet, but we meant to plug it out back. We was back and forth down the KY running with the Wildcats. Met my young dog up in Mount Jacks to get off the loud pack. Hey, my irritating ass J's, but a nigga love to count wreck. Slow roll. Slow roll. Slow roll. Right, look like scribble scratch. Straight drop, got a nigga block slapping like a pity pat. Stuff a bitch with 1,000 Xanax and a Jimmy hat. High head with a heated temper, quick to Windex, a nigga fitted cap. Right hand man, the Grim Reaper. Index finger, don't trigger that. Dog think he can fuck with blockworks. How the fuck a nigga figure that? He done got whacked, hit him in his hat. Twist his top back, we appeal his cap. Blood stains on the concrete, all white sticks with a hint of gray. Broken glass, middle of the street, see the bricks chip from the ricochet. Wipe a op off the hit list, sliding out with the misfits. Riding around with this big bitch, I just made another chicken plate. Don't let that money go to your head, cause the money change hands anyway. In the feds on his deathbed, only time when a nigga pray. Shawty took it straight to the head, R.I.P. to my nigga Tay. Free Justo, free my nigga K, gotta hold it down for my nigga Ray. Used to let him pour his own trouble, champagne glass full of rose bubbles. Louis belt with the gold buckle, Mr. Michael Miri with the stone jungle, what else? Slow roll. Slow roll. Slow roll. Slow roll.
They walk like we walk, no. They catching their breath, young and they step. So I mean, that shit happens everywhere, no problem. The fact is this, listen, this is my thing, just to get to people talk like they walk like we walk, no. They catching their breath, young and they step too slow. North side of PG, what we call I'm with me. Yes, sir. I'm straight as a perm. Hard to scribble lyrics cause my thoughts are beyond words. Unmatched that. Yes, So it begins, huh?
I'm excited.
You excited?
I'm excited.
Me too.
What I spit is hot burning, like hot to touch, so I'm never concerned with them jealous.
I really don't get with folks that sit around and complain too much and keep trying to act like we're going through what they went through.
They treat us like Jesus, they won't believe us. I'm fed up. I show my
Or because naturally women support men that's on their shit. If you really want her to be on that same type level with you and beyond, surpass that man.
Points. Smitty's Corner.
I'm so cool, 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 I'm so cool.
Okay. All right now. Respect. Welcome back to Smitty's Corner. So let me make sure I have all of my let me make sure everything is actually tuned right. Okay. So I appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight. What I want to talk about tonight is this, right? Exactly what the title says. Do black women really only want black men just for sex? Is that what it is? Is that what it's come to? Now, why do you ask that question, Smitty? Well, for the record, of course, I don't believe that bullshit. But going by the talking points in which social media produces to us, got tongue-tied. What's produced to us primarily is I don't need a man, right? I have my own, right? And things of that nature. So then when we come up with the topic, do the sisters only want us just for some dang-a-lang, and then you can go ahead and don't let the door swing-a-lang where the good Lord split you? I mean, who knows? Who knows? So we're going to take some time. We're going to look into this. I appreciate everybody being here once again. But as always, before we get started, you know how we rock out. How's your day been? How's your headspace? And how's this day been treating you? Just in case no one else asked you. Okay, now. So let me see some here. Man, you know, they done switched up all of this stuff, and they done switched up everything. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get to it. Now, of course, as always, you all know how we have to get it in. We got to first take a quick commercial break. And when we get back, we're going to get right on into the video because y'all know how I do. I'm not even going to hold us, right? So with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. This right here is brought to you by Hood Holidays. Let's rock out.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I'm like, excuse me, what's your name? She looking at me like, I'm like, all right, let's move on to the next one.
I hit the streets again. Another back-breaking day comes to an end. I fight the city noise and the hustling crowd. In a world where there ain't no love allowed, you can't stop a man on a love mission, baby. I got a burning beat inside, it's a love mission, yeah. And ain't no way to be denied. My heart wishing, baby, I was there to hold you tight. It's a love mission, yeah. And ain't no way to stop this man.
Hit that 1970, shoot up your.
Okay, now. So let's go ahead and get to this video. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's go ahead and see what we got, y'all. Let's see what we got. So again, just in case, you know, at whatever point you happen to check the video out, this live, should I say, we're going to be talking about basically what it says right there. Do black women only want black men for sex? That's right. Hashtag gender war. Something I'm completely opposed to, but apparently that seems to be everybody's fix nowadays. It's not mine at all, but to each his own, right? Okay, now. So I ain't even gonna hold us up. Let's go ahead and get into this video, and let's see what we got on this particular topic right here. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's go ahead and dive back down to earth.
Oh shit. Is the black man, as far as the matriarchy is concerned, from the matriarchy's perspective, okay, which is probably 70% of black people, is the black.
All right, so that would be the first part that I would tap in on. If you choose to comment, that's cool. If not, you can just answer it to yourself. Do you believe that 70% of our community believes that we are under a matriarchy? Or do you believe that most of us still believe that we are under a patriarchy society? And whichever it is, why or why not? So let's keep on listening. I'm going to go ahead and let this bad boy play out some, and we'll tap in as we go.
Man simply, honestly, going back all the way back to slavery, the sexualized buck. His job is just to come over, you know, be with the woman, get her pregnant. It's good sex, mind-blowing sex. He is sexualized. Oh, he's so fine. Oh, he's so this. Oh, he's so that. But there's never this desire that he's actually going to stay. And through that, there is a sexualized desire for the black man. But at the same time, there's this deep embedded hate, loathing of who the black man really is. So
now I would say this right here. I would say in today's society overall, period. Now, this does not count for the good ones. This does not count for the ones that actually get it. Okay. I would say overall, there is a certain degree of vitriol and definitely, I would say downright hatred that comes to men in particular. Now, keeping it on the black man, I would say that it's a 50-50, honestly. I would say it's 50%. It's a societal push. And I would say the other 50% of that is us as black men have really dropped the ball. We are not the black men of yesterday in its totality, or at least what is being shown on the front line. If we still are those men in the majority, then we need to be seen more. We need to be uplifted more. We need to be given, I guess you can say, a spotlight a little more than as opposed to giving it to the messy BS niggas. You see where I'm at? So let's just say that is the case. Then we need to highlight that more, Black people. That's all I got to say. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's keep on listening.
But do you believe that through the matriarchy's eyes, the Black man, like I said, sexualized, but almost in the same sentence, he's hated?
I do think there are Black women that can't stand Black men for whatever reason. I do think there can be a deep-seated hatred. I think it could go back to slavery. I think it could be the impact of feminism on the Black woman's mind. And
now that's very interesting. I just like to propose questions for people to think about. Take it with you if you like, right? Or leave it on the table. When it comes to what she just said, in your personal view, do you believe that it's more so slavery in the conditioning and systemic racism and all of these things are all of incorporated as to why our sisters look at, you know, a lot of brothers that way? Or is it honestly because of the experiences that that particular woman and women have had with particular men? Not all Black men, right? Because we're not going to do that. But is it more so their experience as opposed to what's been taught to us? That's just something for you to think about. And let's keep on rocking out. I digress. My mic is muted. Let's go ahead and dive back down below.
Are y'all ready, kids? Oh, shit!
Joining that movement, I think it could be a lot of different things. Yes, I do think there are some Black women in the matriarchy who don't like, who want Black men to be in their place and stay in their place. And like you said, just be someone that makes babies. That's someone that they procreate with, but then that's it. We're not marrying you. We're not moving on to have you lead us. You stay in your place and we'll call you when we want you. And that's it.
So this is the part that I would ask then to that. How many of us really believe that we are still in a patriarch society, right? And the matriarch, but more than anything, whichever one you do believe, which do you see really is dominating and ruling right now? Because the whole topic of this is, do Black women only want Black men just for sex? When we hear all of the narratives that we hear, my own this, don't need a man, it's a lot of things that is said simultaneously. I do believe that us as men need to step our standards up so we're not even viewed in a certain light. So I would say the onus, like more so the responsibility is much more on that man than anything else. Why? Because we are the leaders, right? As it is said, and the protectors and providers. So whenever something goes wrong, that's something we need to make sure that we take care of. Period. Whatever goes wrong in my life, I don't have nobody to say anything to but me. I sit back, I look at, and I think about me, regardless of what it is I may know that that woman did wrong or anything. I look at myself. I don't look at nobody else, because I don't have time to do that, because I'm not going to build myself up back better, and I'm not going to make sure that I don't make the same mistakes again if I don't look at where it is my part was to play. I would never be somebody to try to look at someone and say, look, you need to just look at only your part, but I will never look at myself. I'm gonna look at myself, and then from there I'm going to go ahead and look at what's taking place. You see? So when we have these gender wars, my point is, and what I'm saying right now, in case anybody got lost, my point is that because right there it says hashtag gender war right here, hashtag gender war. Now, why is that? Because too often we are focused on, listen, even if it's your own men or your own women, the fact that you have more to say about anyone else other than you is a problem. You should always have the most to say about yourself. Now, that's just from where I'm coming from, and that's just my personal view on life. And with that being said, let's go ahead and rock out. Let's go ahead and dive back down below.
Are y'all ready, kids? Oh, shit!
But I also want to do this caveat because I don't think it was always like that. When you look at the civil rights era, or when you look at after slavery, marriage rates were up. When you look at after slavery, and when you look at, pre-second wave feminism, Black women were the most married women in America. And at that time, Black men led the households. Black men had a position. They had, I believe they were the heads of the house. They were respected. Something happened though between, you could blame welfare, you can blame feminism, you can blame the crack epidemic, you can blame many causes, but something happened where the Black woman took the mantle of leadership from Black men. And
now, I believe that's a very good question. Did Black women actually take the leadership from us, or did we give it to them? See, that's the thing. See, words are very key in context. Again, words are very, very key in context. Did the sisters take it from us, or did one day we just said, F it, I don't want to do this shit no more? I don't know. I'm not insinuating any direction or another. I just want to get us to open our minds up and think. I do have my own thoughts on this. Now, I would say definitely there is, again, I would say all of these things, like two things, so far, two things can be true at once. I do believe that there is a certain amount of, it was taken from us. Let's just say affirmative action, things of that nature. Honestly, I don't believe affirmative action had anything to do with the Black man or the Black community. I think it had everything to do with white women, and somehow or another my sisters were able to benefit from it. Thankfully, I'm actually thankful for that, because I don't care how we get it as long as we get it, right? So if my sisters was able to come up, cool beans. And so more than anything, to land it on this part, I don't believe that there is more so a authoritative power that broke down the Black community. I do believe more than anything, it has a lot to do with the disconnect in our community from within. Turned into a very, very large infection that then turned into the fourth stage. That's what I see. Now, that's just me. But with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's go ahead and get back to this.
That's when the matriarchy really started. Because can I say there's always been a matriarchy from slavery? I don't see evidence of that. I do see, families being torn apart and stuff, but I also do see a time where the Black community was strong, as in, there were marriages. Black children were growing up in a two-parent married home. Black men were the heads of the household. Gender roles were there. There was a respect. There was something. And both Black men and both Black women had their own issues, but they were able to set that aside for the greater good of their children. So that was there. But I do believe that there some way, some program, something happened where, Black men left their post, or they were not in their post anymore as the heads. Black women started to take over and have basically held that for the longest time.
I don't even mean to sound like one of them guys, but I can't even front. I mean, I've spoke about that before. And I'm not saying it's true, but I'm just saying, when I really look around and when I see how super duper emotional guys are nowadays, yo, it's a lot that takes place that just, I honestly cannot help but to say, again, was our power taken from us, or did one day along the travels we just sat it down And someone was like, hold on, wait, that's the power. You're going to leave that there? And we was like, yeah, we just, I'm just tired of carrying it, man. It's heavy. Man, that shit too heavy, man. My shoulders hurt. Oh shit, man. Goddamn back, man. I'm tired. Like, I feel lighter. I feel a lot more free now that I don't have this weight and this burden on my shoulders. But see, the unfortunate part about it is that it wasn't a weight, it wasn't a burden. It was everything that we always known and loved that we held on our shoulders. That's what was there. That is what we were holding, not a burden. And so to look at it in that fashion, I would say is something that's very, to me, it's a little distasteful. It's very disheartening to hear, because I'm definitely not a man that thinks in that manner. Every bit of brick that is on my shoulders and back, I know is supposed to be there. And I welcome every single ounce and pound and kilo, whatever of weight that comes my way. Why? Because that's my opportunity to show how much I am able to carry. I don't run from that opportunity. So did we actually give that up? I would say not in its entirety, no. But to a large enough degree to where it can be spoken about, is definitely a discussion to be had. My man Ignis says, something in the food. These women head big. I wouldn't expect anything else from you, sir. Cause she got a job, she thinks she winning. Let me ask you a question, Ignat. If majority of our Black community households either has the woman is the only one that is working, an actual real careerish 9-to-5, full-time, whatever, and you may have brothers that's not, I mean, I don't know. Is she not doing something? I would say this. My mother, who, when my dad, his health been bad, she was able to step up in every fashion. Why? Because he didn't get with the woman that didn't know anything. It's the only point that I'm making. That's it. All right? It's because I don't want to throw nobody off. I was speaking about this earlier, what I'm saying, with the missus. Like, it's something about knowing as a man, for me to get with a woman that does not have a job or a career or nothing, no type of real education, and all she really knows is how to rear the kids and iron clothes like a mug and get dinner cooked and get my lunch ready for the next day. I'm gonna be real with you. I need us to think about this. Men, if something happens to you, you leave out, go to work. She don't really know much. You get into that bad accident. You're still around, but now things still got to be paid for. Bills don't stop because you're in the hospital. You know that, right? The kids don't still need to be, the kids still need to be taken care of, even though you are laid up, leg rested up and everything at a 40-degree angle, all that other good stuff, cast up and everything. The family, the home still needs to be taken care of. What will be the fate of the household if you're with a woman that does not earn anything or does not know anything? Is all that I'm saying. I would say that's pretty scary. I'm not talking about I want a boss chick and all this other shit. I don't know. I don't want an alpha woman and all of this. Like, I don't know them terms. I just know I want a lady that knows how to handle business and take care of everything. And that's what I'm glad it is that I came across in my life. Period. And that's where I'm at today. You smell me now? You say what now? A job is a job. People hold up working for MFers versus working on their own business. Well, a lot of people got their own business started because they were able to hold a job. A lot of people are able to hold their business because they know how to keep a job. A lot of people actually got a lot of good connects and everything because of the people that they were introduced to and met throughout their years or what have you working at a job. Guess what? Those people also know how to lead properly those who are under their wing now, because they were once under the wing of someone else. So they know the ins and outs of it. So now that you've been the student and you are now sensei, I believe that that's a much more better, efficient way to go ahead and go about those things. Right? You smell me now? You smell me now? Respect. But with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's go ahead and get back to it. But of course, you know we got to take a quick commercial break. And this commercial break right here is most definitely brought to you by Soul Glow.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Always wanted to be beautiful, sexy, sweet as 1, 2, 3.
Just let your soul glow. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul glow, baby. Feeling oh so silky smooth. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul glow.
I do believe there are some Black men who want to take that back, but they are met with a lot of scrutiny from some Black women when they try to do that. And I don't know why. I don't know why. I know the devil is a liar and he does all kinds of things. He is the author of confusion. So I definitely can say it's spiritual warfare. From Adam and Eve, Genesis 3:16 basically says that you will want to rule over your husband, but he will rule over you. So the gender wars that we're seeing today have been around since the beginning of time. God said it would happen, that women would want to be out of place and be leaders and be heads of households or to dominate the man. But it's
so now this is only for those who are in the word or believers, right? Let's just say that's the case, because a lot of us, if not most or all of us, do believe that, as believers, that whatever happens is God ordained, right? Although we will say at the same time that we have given free will, and God says, I won't intervene, nor will the angels. So, if the word says that this was supposed to happen, then at the end of the day, ladies, can you really blame your brothers for something that the word said is supposed to come to fruition? It's just a question. I like to propose these to get your mind thinking. If she just said it, the word says that this was going to happen in a nutshell, right? Paraphrasing. Now, that being the case, if we knew this was going to happen, and fellas, on our end, fellas, it says in the word that women will do this, then do we really blame them, or do we just shut up and say it's God's will? This is where all of those things get so tricky, don't it? It really does. And I don't know why I feel something floating by, I don't know, heavy and crimson.
Because the laws of science differ fundamentally from those of...
It's not easy to figure out, people. Let's keep on rocking on.
simply not how God wants it to be. So I think it's that's the core of everything. But I do believe that there are some women who have, Black women who have deep-seated hate against Black men. I do think there are some Black men who have deep-seated hate against Black women. And unfortunately, there's so much infighting and back and forth that is making the community worse, instead of us trying to put those differences aside, or at least hear each other out to figure out how we can make a solution and realize that we're better together than apart. So to answer your question, yes, I do believe that the matriarchy has become harmful when you're telling Black men that they can never get back into their position as leaders, and you're doing everything you can to push them out and only focus on your issues and only say that this is what matters. This is how we want to live.
What is the name? What is the name Well, shit. I don't know. I guess I have to look it up because y'all not gonna type it in. What is the name of the combination? You know how you have carnivore and herbivore, right? Meat eater, veggie eater. Then you have something in the middle called omnivore, which is the combination of the two, like bears, gorillas, so on and so forth. What is the name of the infrastructural community that is geared around the equal combination of the patriarchy and matriarchy coexisting in a unified harmony? I wonder what that is. What is that? What is that called? Correct, Ignat. I thank you for that. Yes. So I wonder what that is, because my point in asking that question is this, right? So the only thing that I'm trying to figure out is why do we keep going back and forth about, because, you know, just as much as folks will say that the matriarchy is very poisonous, how do we get to the point of the matriarchy even being a discussion as being the head of the lead? Why? Because so many people for the longest have said that the patriarchy is what's been the poison. I'm just trying to get us to recognize that. We can talk about this all day till we're blue in the face, purple, then back again. And we will keep talking about it until we're blue in the face again, purple again, and back at it again. Why? Because obviously that's not the focal point that should be focused on. It's just not. The fact is, the women say what they say because they have complaints, and a lot of them are valid, if not all of them. Who am I to say any of them aren't? I'm not a woman. Us as men, we have our complaints, we have our gripes, and most of them are valid. Who am I to say all of them? I'm not every man. I'm just me. The fact is that all of us are going through some shit. And there's a lot of back and forth, as it says up here. Hashtag gender war. Not racial war. Not demand equal rights war. None of that. Gender. And more than likely, who are my brothers going to be having a gender war against? Our own sisters. My sisters. More than likely, who you going to be going back and forth with? Us. I just want somebody to tell me what progress has been made since the war has started. And who's winning? Those two things. What progress has been made since the war has started? And who is winning? Let's keep on rocking out. I digress. My mic is muted. Let's go.
Live our lives. We only want to use you for this, and that's it. And as women, we wouldn't like to just be used for sex. We don't want to be used just to make babies. We don't want to be used for just that. So why would we want to do that to Black men? I think it's a lot of things that can be talked about, how we got to this place, why it's hurting us. And it's just going to take us really hearing each other out to even come up with a solution.
Why would Black women still want this marker, this label of being strong and independent?
It's a badge of honor. It's the only badge of honor that I think Black women feel like is the biggest thing. Not being a mother, not being a wife. Again, a lot of Black women don't know what it means to be a wife, don't know.
I as well, you know, because it's crazy. Like we say this independent thing as if like, I mean, honestly, as if like us as men don't want the same thing. Like, bruh, don't you want your own house or home, right? Don't you want your own vehicle, not have to share, right? Your own shit, right? You know, that's called being independent. I am proud to say I am an independent man who came into a relationship ready to be interdependent. I was attractive to the woman that I'm with because she saw my independence, but she also saw how well I worked with other people. See, I believe that where the problem comes in, possibly on the man, on the men's side, ladies, is when you prepare yourself, become independent, get into a relationship and don't know how to turn the independent part off, and then switch gears, switch modes into interdependent. That's really all it is. But I can tell you right now, I don't know too many dudes that like would be like, what? You got a career? Oh, hell no, I don't want nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know too many dudes that would even begin to talk like that. It's just not real. Most niggas is not going to turn you down because you have a master's. Most niggas is not turning you down because you have a PhD. I see you in the back. I got you. I see you. Most people not doing that shit. Like seriously. So, I mean, I want us to stay reminded it is some shit that's reality out here, man. And like these YouTube talking points, a lot of times, a lot of them can be real, but you have to have discernment because a lot of this shit could be fake as shit, yo. And with that being said, I'm not gonna hold my man up. Y'all already know what's going on. We got to give it up for the man that has no damn plan, but he always stands on business. My man, Ignat TV. Let's give it up.
I'm so cool, 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 I'm so cool.
Okay, Ignat, I already know what I'm in for. Look, just know, let me get my spiel out, bro. I already know what I'm in for. And that's some wild ass shit. Ignat, I just want to know this first question, and you can just cannon off from there. Do black women only want black men for sex? Now, I'm asking you this because last time I checked, Mr. Ignat TV got 17 wives. Rock out.
They only want us for sex. Well, for the majority, yeah.
Nigga, speak up. Wake up. Wake up. You sound like you on your back. Sit up first. Sit up. Don't talk to me while laying down. Sit up first, sir. Sit up. There we go. My man. Here we go. Okay. All right. Okay.
For the majority, well, I'm going to say yes. Because once they got the money, they don't really care about taking your money. But they want a lot. They want, they regular. They want to feel protected and supported. They want you to support them financially. But if she got that bag already, she most likely she's just gonna want you for sex.
But let me ask you this though, Ignat, because I hear us as men say that often. Now, I just want us to really think about the things that we say. That's all, right? When we say, "Oh, she wants you to like buy her stuff," more than saying she wants you to buy her stuff, I be wondering. Hold on, let me take this down for a moment. So more than her wanting you to buy her stuff, do you actually as a man want to, and are you in the, not you, and I'm just saying in general, right? Not directed to you. Do you want to, and are you in the position to buy her stuff? Because when I hear that, it sounds like a kind of like, look, I ain't got it like that, so stop pressing me. Because any man that really got, like, think about it. What do the niggas with money say? It ain't tricking if you got it. That's how much they spend, to the point where it ain't even tricking if you got it. Now, I don't agree with that shit either. I'm just saying the things that we know to be said, right? Like all these things we know, these are terms and sayings and slangs. So I want us to keep up with what we say and how much sense does it make when we say it. But keep on rocking out. Go ahead, Ignat.
I agree with you, man. But yeah, that money shit ain't nothing, man. That shit is paper. She can have whatever she like T.I. said. You know what I'm saying? We love our black queens. It ain't about, that's why I feel like it ain't about that with certain, because I can only speak for myself. So For me, it ain't about that at all. But you know, it's
She
more
could
so
have
about.
anything. She could have anything, even that see-through scarf on the beach.
She literally can have anything. It's like when you really a rider, you gonna bring that shit to the door. She want
Right.
the moon, you gonna bring the moon and the stars. Y'all ain't gonna leave out Pluto and Jupiter. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna grab all that for her. So it ain't about that, you know. It be about time and dropping it off. You gotta drop dick off like you dropping your kids off at the pool. You gotta leave them there. Let
Okay,
them
so
enjoy.
ignorant. So everything you said, give her the moon and all of that. Nowadays, that definitely are the words of what niggas would. I mean, what men would. I'm working on shit, y'all. That's what men would call a simp. So if that's your lady and you give your lady the world, are you simping or are you being a romantic man? Because last time I checked, that's called being romantic. But rock out. What you got?
Smitty, these dudes is from another planet, man. These dudes telling us it's simping to want to do nice stuff for your girl that you care about. You stick your penis in. Like what? Like how?
Well, basically, because the narrative, I've narrowed it down. The narrative is if she's not a virgin, you're not supposed to give her the world. If she's ever had a kid outside of you, if she's ever had more than 3 or 4 or 5 bodies outside of you, then you are not to give her the world. You're wifing up a hoe. And hoes are unforgivable. Now, again, I'm a man of discernment and logic. Not all men saying this, bro. Everybody, I know everybody don't agree with this, but overall, that is pretty much the narrative in these spaces. And it's pretty goddamn sad. But go ahead, what you got?
When they look into reality, hoes make perfect housewives. You understand me? 'Cause she done been with 45 niggas. She know how to make you feel things you never felt in your life. And she gonna make you a cheese sandwich. So come on now, let's these dudes ain't living in reality. They ain't living in reality, son. Like it ain't no such thing as simping. Even if I want shorty,
right?
You can't tell me that I'm getting the flowers. I done bought her a nice little Chanel purse because it's cheap, and I'm simping and all that. Nah, homie. I'm trying to knock the bottom of the. I'm trying to hit the bottom of that motherfucker.
Listen though, if another man knocked the bottom before you, you're not supposed to give her the world because you know what's said. You know what's said.
What's said that you?
Nothing. We got to take a quick commercial break. I just got distracted.
I want to know what's said because I can't.
We'll be right back.
These messages. We'll be right back.
Word, because you can't touch this. Can't touch this. Break it down. Stop. Hammer time.
Okay, all right. I am back. Salute. Everybody, man. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and check out Kiki Loves Nigeria, man. She has awesome content, man. Awesome content. I'm gonna go ahead and star for the evening, man. Salute to you, sis. I appreciate you for stopping through. Yeah, go ahead. What you got though? I mean, but seriously though, like that's how a lot of guys look at it nowadays. Like, if you wasn't the first to knock the bottom out, because they saying that the other dude didn't have to really put in work, so you should not be putting in work. The other nigga got the ussy for free. That's right. He hit the bottom and he didn't even have to take her to ocean front. That's right. So why are you doing anything for her? It's a frail thing that said.
Because I want to, and it's my money. Ain't no nigga gonna tell me how to spend my money. If he think he can tell me how to spend my money, I want him to come put his hands in my pocket and hold my wallet. If he think he can tell me how to spend my motherfucking money, I don't give a fuck, she a hoe or not. I'ma love that hoe. I don't.
My yard.
Wait.
All of you.
Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even that?
Go ahead, Ignorant.
Nah, for real. It's like they be trying to.
I told y'all what it was. Go
They
ahead.
be trying to police women's pussy, first of all, by telling them, oh, you with a Pookie or Ray Ray. Why you dating him? That sounds so gay, homie. Pull your nuts out of your vagina.
I don't think you applying yourself, Smokey.
Huh?
Go ahead.
How can you police what somebody do with they stuff that's in their pants? Like, y'all need to grow up, respectfully. To all the weirdos, all the shit. You call somebody a simp. I know what a simp is a dude who just giving money and buying stuff, and he's not getting nothing. He don't get a date, a handshake. That type of, that's a simp.
Let me ask you a question. The man that gives up D but gets nothing in return, because think about it. We say simp is the dude that gives up money and doesn't really get anything in return. Is the dude that gives up D and gets nothing in return, is he a simp as well? Because hold on, before you answer, let's not forget, there's niggas out here that exist like this.
Is suing a nail salon alleging that she got infected with herpes after an appointment.
All right, first off, that lady was lying. She didn't get herpes from my shop, all right? I've slept with every nail technician in my shop, and I don't have herpes. That lady is lying, okay? Now, if she would have said she had syphilis, okay, we got an argument. I'm itching right now, but I do not have herpes. You lying, lady, and you ain't getting no money. Like I said, I slept with all of them. Slept with Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, Susan, Johnny, too. That's right, I don't discriminate. I get down with all my technicians, because I'm an equal opportunist. And I love everybody, but no herpes. No herpes. Back to you, Barbara. No herpes.
Woman.
That's right. Those guys exist. That's right. So when we have dudes out here that's just slanging a dang-a-lang to Mike, Ricky, Johnny, Bobby, Susan, too, we got to keep in mind, Ignorant, you know, it's a bad reputation out here. So now when we get the type of questions like this right here, hold on, let me go ahead and share my screen. So when the question like this arises, do black women only want black men for sex? Listen, I've heard about sisters going to Jamaica just to have sex. Not with white dudes. I've heard about women. I believe if Sister Kiki's still in the building, she knows all about sisters going over to Africa just to get some dang-a-lang. She reports on that. She know all about them heifers. She be calling them out. You know? So I'm just saying, like, when we thinking about this right here, is that not something to at least say, you know, like the song, things to make you go, You smell me now? Like, really though. So I'm just thinking about, come on now, she right here. It's sisters that will leave America to go to Africa and trick off. They're not over there for marriage. We know one. No names. Anyway, let's keep on rocking out. What? Absolutely embarrassing. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? All day in the piss ain't. You already know, love. I appreciate you, A-Team. Thank you. I'm trying to work some magic. I'm trying to make something shake. But anyway, with that being said, I ain't gonna hold us up. Let's keep on listening to this discussion. I digress. My mic is muted. Y'all already know how we do. Let's go ahead and dive back down to earth.
Oh shit. What it means to grow up is stability. So when you grow up in struggle, it's almost a badge of honor. It's kind of like hip hop. Some of the basis of some of the foundation of hip hop is struggle, right? Mm-hmm. So it's a badge of honor when you have this guy who lived in the projects, made it out the projects, and now is a millionaire. So many rappers have that story, or someone that is an athlete. They grew up in a single mother home, and now they are a famous basketball player, like a LeBron James and stuff like that. It's a badge of honor. The struggle has become a badge of honor for a lot of Black people. That's all that they can identify with. Now, I don't want to.
How true do you think that is? That's what? That's all that they can identify with? Or Is that all that folks have been exposed to? See, it's a difference between, see, listen, I don't know what I can identify with until I'm exposed to it, is my point. If I'm not exposed to it, then I don't know how to identify with it. And that's just what it is. I mean, really though. So, I mean, I don't know. You already know what it is. Salute the Travel One in the building. I appreciate you for stopping through. Definitely the chat champion in the building. Let's keep on rocking out. I digress. My mic is muted. Hold on. What we got? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I mean, me and the missus was talking about this a little bit before I went live. And yeah, a lot of sentiments are being shared right now. Trust me when I tell you, Kiki, a lot of sentiments are being shared, sis. All right. So with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's keep on rocking out.
There are Black people who grew up in two-parent married homes. There are Black people who grew up in the suburbs. I'm one of them. So I never experienced the struggle. I did not experience the struggle. I did not grow up in a two-parent home, but I did grow up in the suburbs. I want to clarify that. But I did not experience the struggle of poverty in that way. And so to some Black women, that seems to be the only way Black women are being praised, is she's a strong, independent Black woman. They're not saying she's a lovely, sweet, joyful person, Black woman. That's not being said. What seems to be the pinnacle is strong, independent. And when you hear it over and over again, and when you see so many people.
To all the sisters in the chat, honestly, when you say strong and independent, what do you mean by it? And is it a selfish state? Is it a for self statement? Is it a aha, finally we got you men statement? Or is it a no, I am somebody who is worth looking at as a sufficient companion or mate because I do have something to offer just as much as you do? So I don't know, like the strong independent, because we all know how men look at the statement. Ladies, how do you all, when you hear another woman say I'm strong and independent, what goes through, like, what do you think? Because again, I would rather ask you than ever assume. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's keep on rocking out.
People take it on as a badge of honor. That's what some people aspire to. As long as I'm strong, I'm doing it on my own. I'm a single Black woman who don't have a man. I don't need a man because I have my own education. I have this and I.
Really, Kiki? Really? You already peeped it. So off rip when she was talking, all you heard was.
Because the laws of science differ fundamentally from those of.
Let's keep on rocking out.
I have that. That's the programming that a lot of Black women have grown up under. And I think that's the issue. That is the main issue. Again, as I said before, culture has everything to do with how we view things, how our mindset is, and how we live our lives.
But wait, okay, yes, culture does have a part to play, but what comes, see, this is what I mean by we skip steps and like we be like, it's levels to this. What comes before court? What comes before culture when it comes to what shapes a person's mind? It's called upbringing. Your household is the very, very first beginning stages of anything. Before you even step out and recognize that there is something in your community called a culture, there was first something called your household and your upbringing. That's where everything starts. Everything. You smell me now? Now that's just me. You smell me now? But let's see what we got right here in the comment section. Let's go down the line. I think lonely and paying all the bills. She doesn't have. Okay, so you think she's lonely and paying all the bills. She doesn't have a man because she shit. Okay, now excuse my language, forgive me. So she's mad that she can't relate to the struggle. Exactly. Come on now. No one dreams to become resilience in life, right? It's forced upon us. You know something? I do believe, yeah, just like how they say pressure makes diamonds. It was the pressure that made that diamond. So I'm definitely with you right there. Man, oh man, oh man. B for me, sir. Okay now. It simply means that women are capable of many things. Black women add a liveliness to it black women add a liveliness to it that is seen as a stereotype. Sheesh. Okay now. Two more comments before we get back to the video. Let's see what we got. She talks to respects though. Kiki, I already see that you got it in you tonight. She on one. she don't like this one. I ain't mad at you, sis, because honestly, because you know something, I'm not with folks, especially those of us that paint the wrong picture when it comes to our people. I'm just not with that. Like, I don't know what's going on with your people before you talk about, because you know who gonna drag you first before white folks, Spanish, anybody else? Yo people. And we do it the best. Nobody drags like we do. So just don't do that. Come on now. What the missus say? I've never called myself an independent woman. I just carry myself proper and accordingly as you do. And that's why I love you so much. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Man, this is crazy. This is crazy right here. Let's go ahead, and y'all know what we do. We're gonna go ahead and dive back down below.
Are y'all ready, kids? Oh shit!
And that is what we have seen as Black women. I don't see Black women even on TV or online or at award shows. They're not getting applause. There's no wife awards for Black women. I'm not seeing Black women get a trophy. How?
I could be, listen, I'm a guy. I don't, even if they did have that, I wouldn't probably know anything about it. All right. I'm the guy that comes in during the Olympics and, my mom and my sister is over at the crib and they're watching figure ice skating. I know nothing about it, but they love it. I get it. Is there anything called a wife award for any group? Like, do white women have that? Like, is it like a beauty pageant? Is it like the baddest pimp award ceremony? What is it like? Is it like the Oscars or the Grammys? Is it like the BET Awards? Is it like the MTV Awards? What is it? I've never heard of the wife awards for any group. I ain't never heard of that, but I could be wrong because I'm a guy. So I don't know. Y'all let me know. But anyway, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's keep on going.
Homemaker Housewife of the Year. It's so funny. There's this forum called the Eagle Forum. And the head of the Eagle Forum was this conservative lady who actually helped strike down the ERA movement in the 70s from the radical feminists. She was saying that if you allow this to be passed in Congress, then women will be drafted and all of this stuff. And I actually like her. I look up to her a lot. But I follow her YouTube channel and it's not much on there. She's passed away. She was like in her 80s or 90s, but the organization still goes on. On their channel, they uploaded a few months ago the Homemaker Awards.
What?
And
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Homemaker is a housewife, a stay-at-home mom who takes care of her children, for those who may not know. And they were white women. It was mostly white women, and they were applauding. And it was like the Homemaker of the Year, Shelley Fields or whoever. And she goes up there and she gets her award. Now, why is it that there's an award? No, there's not an award for biggest butt. This is not, this is not the most best singer. This is not the best person who can dribble or rap. Like Black people talent, as far as like arts, that's our field. Athletics, that's our field. Fine. But this is for women who are married, the Married Woman Awards. And she gets the award for Homemaker of the Year. The woman who takes.
Ladies, can y'all help me out? I am I'm lost right now. I'm trying to what? Now, I'm, me as a man listening to this, my ears only stretch but so far. I know y'all satellites is just like buzzing and ringing, all kinds of alarms is going off. I'm lost right now. But the only thing I can say to everything I just heard so far is,
oh man, no man. What the hell? Oh my God, no way, yeah.
The fact is this. If I was to go with any one narrative that is said out here in social media, I would less go with sex and I would more so go with actual finances. What? I would not say that these women want us just for our, you know what I'm saying, for the Johnson. I would say it's more so like, if anything, I would say money over D. What does anybody else think about that? Would you say if we were to go with any narrative out here, if we had to choose, right, a narrative to pick, what would you say women nowadays speak about and go for more, what you hear about online? The man's money as far as, oh, I don't know, 6 figures? See, I hear a lot more about 6 figures than 6 inches. I'm sorry. Did I just say something? What'd I just say? Am I the only one? I've heard more about 6 figures than 6 inches. I'm just saying. Salute to Alan in the building. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to the Bottom Line News. I haven't seen you in a bit. It's good to see you, my brother. Happy holidays. Hope everything is wonderful with you and everybody that you know and love. Yeah. Listen. All I'm going to say is this, 18. All I'm going to say is this. You're a woman listening to another woman. You're a black woman listening to another black woman. I'm your brother. So I'm a man listening to this. Do you not know how confused I am? You a whole woman and you confused. Imagine what's going on inside my brain.
Because the laws of science differ fundamentally from those of...
And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's keep on rocking out. But first, we got to make sure that we pay our tributes. We got to take a quick commercial break. And this quick commercial break is brought to you by none other than me.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Crack through the chrysalis, spread wings, take flight. I be where them clouds be, only birds around me. Evolve from a prince to a king, so you should crown me. From Rome Lawn to V-Town to the heights is where my mans be. Lone Star, the greatest, underrated, needs a Grammy. Long live Eon and Kathy, my 2 grannies. Shit was looking real rough, now I'm back up. Beating up the beat while still smacking the track up. Used to blow the bag, now switch gears and stack up. Met a new plug, now my shit sold up. Get the hatred out your heart. All I need is a little love and pull that paper out your pocket. All I need is a hold a dub, and I'm still around the way like crucial conflict smoking hay. And I still be out the city with my cousins out on play. And we ball like every day, don't really care about what you say. Yeah, the devil tried to block me, but I still done found a way. Anybody try to test me with these lyrics, I'm gonna slay. Anybody try to test me with these lyrics, I'm gonna spray. It's stop. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's keep on rocking out.
Takes care of her house the best. Who is the best wife? She got the award for that. That's unheard of in our community. We can't even think of that. I've never even heard of that. That was the first time I heard that there was a homemaker award. You know, and so I think that's the issue. It's the culture. We don't have a culture of marriage.
Okay, see, ladies, forgive me. I'm a man, so I'm slow on this. So apparently there's something called a homemaker award. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Okay, so is what somebody tell me in the chat. Is she saying basically that we're not like my sisters are not involved in the homemaker award? There's no homemaker award ceremony for black women. Now, this is what I would say. If there isn't, why do we keep complaining about white people not doing shit for us? If that is the case, because I don't know, I could be wrong. Somebody help me out. Is that what I'm hearing? Am I hearing once again we complaining about some shit that we could build and do ourselves? I'm just trying to figure this out. Like, really though. I mean,
You serious?
that's what we doing? Sir, my goodness, love. I mean, you know, because I be trying to figure out like what do our people be thinking, man, when we be saying certain stuff that we say and everything. Because you know, we be doing all this complaining, and it's like we be thinking we getting at white folks, but really at the same time, no, you're just exposing us and how weak you make us sound. You make us sound like we can't do shit for ourselves. That's what I hear. I hear we can't do shit for ourselves. Why you worried about the white people or whoever else, beauty pageant or home cooking award, wifey award or whatever? Maybe we should get the marriage rates up in the black community so that we got enough of us to participate in the goddamn awards. It's just a thought, man. It's just a thought. That's it, man. I ain't even coming for nobody. It's just a thought. Like real shit though. Maybe. Now I'm saying this to those who actually require that, want that. I'm not talking in no form of fashion to anybody out here who does not have that headspace. But on some real shit though, maybe we should have more people that actually have either jumped the broom and or have went to the chapel. So that way, because maybe they do it because it's more than enough of them to participate. It's just a thought, not a come for. It's just a thought, not a come for. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's keep on going.
We don't have a culture. So all these other communities could be doing what they are doing, but we're in our bubble of, okay, single motherhood. We are in our bubble of strong, independent Black women. That is the only accolades that we see. We're either getting praise for being a strong, independent single woman or a strong, independent single mother or someone who sings well, someone who has the nicest body, stuff like that. Like that's what we're getting awarded for.
So let me ask this, at least to who's in the crowd. What, in your opinion, do you believe that Black women want, like, all right, so one, do you believe that Black women want to be awarded at all? And two, if so, what? All right, so let's just say what she said. Okay, I got you, Kiki. I got you. But let's just say what she said is the case of the matter, right? That's the facts of the matter. What I want to know is this. Then what do Black women want to be recognized for? So if there was anything that we could have an award ceremony for Black women, I mean not mothers, Black women, I'm sorry, Black women, what would that be? Best mothers out of all cultures, best wives out of all cultures, best twerkers out of all cultures, best bodies out of all cultures, best entertainers out of all cultures in the female category. Which, like, what do you all want an award for? But the very first part of that is, do you even want an award? Like, for example, how some people believe, like, I don't even want Black History Month because Black history should be celebrated every day. That type of mentality, in case, you know, just to make sure you all the way know where I'm at with it when I say it. That type of mentality. Like, do you want an award in the first place? Just like how if we say White People Month, White People Appreciation Month, they're like, I don't want that. They don't want no White History Month, right? Because they should be appreciated all year round. I just, again, you know, it's so much with this, man. It's just so much with this. What? So hold on, let me see what we got right here. So of course, Kiki said that's a lie. Then we got right here. Black women don't feel we need an award. I kind of, you know, from what I've heard around town, that's all I'm gonna say. A little birdie landed on my shoulder, 18. Black women don't need to feel, Black women don't feel we need an award for what we were born to do. Come on now. We want to be recognized for being the most educated group of the United States of America. Wink, wink, I got you. Okay, now she's possibly upset that she's not getting selected. She keeps mentioning the typical desired woman with the best body. A woman getting results doesn't even speak like that. Sheesh. I think I know where you're coming from on the man's end of it, because you know, a solid man, usually we don't say that. People just tell us we are, and we recognize it and we walk in it, right? Once it's like once you're given the crown, you just, you know, you move accordingly once handed, right? Why wouldn't a black woman want to be celebrated? Black men know what black women have done in the family in the past and now, which is work, raise children, grandchildren. Do black men leaders know this? If so, then celebrate her. All right now. Okay. All I can say, A-Team, is I definitely celebrate all the women that are close to me in my life. And if you are even an associate, I will definitely always give you the utmost respect. That's at least me. I can't speak for men because I don't relate to most of these guys nowadays. It's weird out here. All right now. So let's keep on going. An award just gives us equal access to employment and promotions. Okay. You mean like what, affirmative action, or do you mean like education period? Like what, like grants and loans and things? Okay. I got you. That's y'all talking amongst yourselves. Let's keep on going. I digress. My mic is muted. Y'all already know what it is. We're going to take a quick short commercial break. This is brought to you by Hood Holidays. We'll be right back after this message.
I'm like, excuse me, what's your name? She looking at me like, I'm like, all right, let's move on to the next one.
I hit the streets again. Another back-breaking day comes to an end. I like the city noise and the hustling crowd. In a world where there ain't no love allowed, you can't stop a man on a love mission, babe. I got a burning beat inside, it's a love mission, yeah. And ain't no way to be denied. My heart wishing, baby, I was there to hold you tight. It's a love mission, yeah. And ain't no way to stop this man.
It's that 1970. Shoot up your vein for watching Ron O'Neal.
Being a good wife, being a good mother, like other cultures and communities. And I think that's why the cycle continues, because we don't have any other examples in the mainstream and being pushed that are positive. And I think it's gotten worse, because I do feel like, at least in the 90s, you had the Cosby Show, you had Family Matters, you had, you know, the Fresh Prince, you had black couples who are successful with children and they were married. You had at least those shows to counter some of the foolishness. Not to say that it was always great in the 90s or 70s or whatever. I'm not saying that, but at least there was something. You had the Jeffersons, a married couple. You had the...
All right, y'all. So to kind of take it easy on sis a little bit, would you not say that does she not have a point? That we did at least have television shows and even our music and things that were out back then, songs that came on the radio. We had our stuff that was definitely nonsense. Ain't nothing but a hoochie mama, hood rat, hoochie mama. We had all that type of stuff, right? But at the same time, we also had, you know, our Jill Scotts and so on and so forth, right? Our Maxwells and all kinds of things that was much more of a loving tone. Even in hip hop, we had our Black Stars, our Mos Defs and Commons and Talibs. We had the Outcasts, and I can go down the list, trust me, because I love hip hop. So, you know, not to get too far down that rabbit hole, but we did have much more of a well foundation that I do believe kept us in line a little bit more than what we have displayed to us on a mass level nowadays. I will say that, okay? So I can't take from that, right? I have to stay objective. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's keep on rocking out. But of course, you already know. Let's go ahead and dive back down below.
Are y'all ready, kids? Oh, shit!
These things now, I can't even point to a show. I can't point to many things, even online, that's happening right now, or content creators that are huge, that are big, that are blowing up, in the Black community that Black women can look at and it's like, wow, that's a great wife, that's a great mother. I want to be like that are being pushed. The biggest woman in the world right now.
Anybody in the chat who wants to respond, if you were to say that there is a Black woman, a sister of us that absolutely you see is has a nice following and very inspirational, definitely doing the damn thing, what names would you give? And the only reason why I asked that, like, is she just saying that to say it, right? Or is she really, onto something? I don't know. Again, when it comes to a lot of those parts on that, I like to kind of stick more so to the man side. I'll give my take here and there on the ladies' end, but I much prefer that you all speak for yourself. I'd rather hear from you before I talk for you, right? Or assume. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let me go ahead and see what Travel says. So this boils down to men being gentlemen and respecting women. The answer to the topic question is no. Bedroom activities are easy. A thinking man is necessary to sustain a family. He has to produce. Okay, let's keep on going. With that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's rock out.
Now, one of the biggest women who's got life around her because of what she does, but she is a homemaker. She's a white woman, and her name is her thing is Ballerina Farms. She's a trad wife, even though she doesn't consider herself that. But she homesteads. She has a farm. She has like 7 children, and she just documents her life. She's feeding the cows. She's out there making sourdough bread, like all of those traditional trad wife tropes that we see online. But she has 10 million followers, and she's a white woman. Now, of course, there's feminists that don't.
Now, wait, ladies, I really want to ask you all this. Now, this is a serious question, okay? Let's just, like, honestly, ladies, you all know that men are very thirsty. What is it? Cooking with Kaya or whoever, shout out to the sister, right? Sister, everybody making a big deal about. Like, on some real talk though, do y'all really genuinely believe that majority of the let me get these thoughts right. First, do you believe that majority of, all right, so let's say a sister has 100K following. Do you believe that majority of that following is women, or do you believe that majority of that following is men who are thirsty and lust over you? They don't care what you're talking about. They just want to look at your face. Right? We're going to go there. So when they say like the following, so on and so forth, it's not to take away from the content. But what I'm saying is, in such an over-sexualized world at this point, do you believe that majority of the time when a woman does anything from cooking, whatever it is, that she can do it and not be attractive and still get the same following? I'm talking about physically appealing to the eye and still get the same following. Can she be a plain Jane and still get the same following? Right? Now, that's just something I'm asking so you all can tell me, right? Now, of course, I'm pretty sure we do have some examples. I'm pretty sure I can think of a example or so, but I'm talking about on a mass level. Now, let's just take it to music. Nowadays, we have, of course, female rap artists. Do we not notice how majority of female rap artists, basically in everything that they do, they have to look like a stripper? There are no more, for the most part, Lauryn Hills, MC Lights, so on and so forth. Your Raw Diggers. I mean, the list goes on and on. Your DeBrats from back in the day, so on and so forth, right? So, I mean, it just, I just wonder. So let me see what we got right here. She probably wasn't born yet. She just, yeah. Y'all are going hard on this sister, yo. Goodness gracious. I thought it was something called a sisterhood. Let me find out y'all be scratching at each other's noses too. Oh man, I'm just messing with y'all. But nah, let's go ahead and get back to it. And with that being said, of course, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's go ahead and dive back down to earth.
Oh shit. Like her lifestyle. And then there's people that love her lifestyle. But 10 million for a white woman that is basically a homemaker, a stay-at-home mom who homeschools all of her children, who watches her children, who makes food, who takes care of her husband, who, that lady is one of the biggest people on social media right now. And she's a white woman. Where is our equivalent to that in the Black community? That we can say, where's the Black woman who's a homemaker with 7 children, who is just, living that life in that way?
I'm gonna put my hand up so I can
go ahead.
Okay, ladies. So let's hear what the brother has to say on this end. All right. Let's go ahead and give this a moment real quick. But of course, before he talks, we're going to go ahead and give him a good intro because I ain't heard him say shit yet. So with that being said, everybody, I would like to introduce the one and only Black man on the panel.
I'm so cool, 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 I'm so cool.
Go ahead.
So you know what I'm gonna say, right?
What you gonna say?
You know what I'm about to say.
What you gonna say?
Okay. We talk about this when there's a need. And then somebody identifies the need, then that is basically lining up with someone who needs to take the need and run with it. So I think you should come up with the P31 award given to the best Black,
that's a good
mom.
idea.
Okay. And that could be with your channel, and I will invest in you. If you need a little bit of money to buy the award for the first time, or even even if it's in Seattle, I will invest. I got a camera. I will go out. I will videotape you and her doing an interview, and then you can put it out there and you can make it an annual event. Okay, where maybe you take the top 5 women, maybe they have different categories, where one is a traditional mom, one is more of a boss mom, where she's still married, but she has her company. Maybe another woman is the 50-50 mom.
So get ready.
You don't need to do that, Dave. No.
I'm getting ready.
Just take a couple deep breaths.
My breaths are fucking done. I'm coming for you, you bitch. Hope you don't want to get me out of this fucking car, because it's time.
But Dave, I'm trying
Shut the fuck up!
Okay, I'm gonna stop.
Shut the fuck up!
Don't nobody give a fuck what your dumb ass think. Give me this motherfucker. Get your ass up out of here, yo, hook ass nigga. Hook ass, pussy ass nigga. Fuck up out of here with that bullshit. Beat it, nigga.
What was he talking about? I thought he was actually going to come in and give like an adverse thought. I'm disappointed. Okay, fine. Yes. Don't ask me how, but I can hear your thought. I'll pull it back up and finish the last bit of the video. I got you. God dang. Just don't press me. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's get to the last bit of this. But I don't know what cuz on.
She's still trying to do it, and you can just come up with your categories. And we'll come up with an award. It'll be the P31U award. And let's make it happen.
I love that.
Let's make the narrative a real narrative.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying.
And because the bottom line is, and that's the whole thing, like, even with me, when I try to do with the speed dating and stuff, I have to be true to the mantra I put on the screen. If I
tried.
Because the laws of science differ fundamentally from those of...
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
So let's go ahead and get to the nitty gritty of it. So the fact is this, you know, a lot of the points in which that she was speaking about, from what I heard, right? A lot of that is honestly a perspective that I hear a lot that comes from people that's very much so what's the word I'm looking for? Very much so limited. There we go. These are people that are limited. They don't have the overall well-rounded perspective that is needed on platforms like this when we're speaking about topics like this. Like, that's just about it. Now, I mean, look, I'm just not one of them to say somebody's wrong or whatever. I just stay away from all that shit. But what I'm saying is this: I do know what makes sense and what's logical and what does not and what isn't. And it's a lot of things. It's like that was inflated, conflated, you know, it's like out of context. Depends on the circumstance, a case by case. It's like, you know, it kind of was all over the place. So I would say this: have I ever been looked at as a piece of meat? Yes. I've been in certain atmospheres and places where I'm being lusted over. But I would say, generally speaking, at least from my experience, I'm generally lusted over in the past. That is, I generally was lusted over because I looked like a dude that took care of himself and things around him. So I look at it more so of women wanted to give me the goods, you know, the cookie jar, because they wanted to, in exchange, receive whatever it is that they saw that they felt as if I was able to produce and provide. And that's what I've noticed, you know, in my past, looking at things from that narrative and that perspective, you see, more so than just women wanting me for sex. No, I mean, generally it's because it's either because it's an awesome mental stimulation that comes with things. It's so many different aspects that comes with why a woman wanted to have sex with me, right? And I'm talking about this, you know, of course, in like a just my own personal throughout my life. I ain't never known no woman that approached me in that way. I just haven't had that experience. And if I did, I don't know. I probably didn't peep it. What? He has a what? Shit, send it to me. I'll check it out, and I'll see. Probably get a nice little follow up and everything. Yeah, go ahead, send it to me. But definitely. But look though, like seriously, when it comes to like, do sisters only want men for sex? Now, I would first ask, okay, do women want relationships in a majority? That would be the first thing that I would ask first. Do women want relationships in a majority? The second thing that I would ask after that is, do women see themselves wanting to commit and be in relationships in an overall, like the masses majority? That would be the second thing I would ask. And third, but last but not least, I would ask, what is the ultimate goal of whatever it is you want in men? Now, those three questions, depending on what is said, that usually can tell you whether or not they're serious or not. Because let's just be for real. I believe that a person who is not serious about the entirety of a relationship is a person that honestly, that's a person that's not serious about anything. Just period. If they're not serious about the relationship, as far as longevity, then it is possible that any way that you encounter them when it comes to that, it could just be on some fun stuff. Whether it's sex, just hang out. That's what I mean. Like, they won't be serious in any form of fashion when it comes to a relationship, is what I'm saying. Like, just period. Like, you should just, you know, these are things that I don't know, just through the mind of discernment and logic. It just, I don't know, it just hits different. And I'm just very, very thankful that I was able to reach that plateau. But at the same time, I always remind people,
I am fully aware I know nothing. This is why I look deep within for the answers.
Because I don't. I just really don't. I don't know anything. God knows everything. I'm just very, very thankful for the information that I'm able to come across. And I try my best to disperse it in a way that's very much so receptive and accurate when giving it to you. You smell me now? So yeah, but y'all already know. With that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. I just have one question.
Now, don't you feel tough?
Yeah.
Don't you feel strong?
Yeah.
Don't you feel like going home?
Sure. Yeah.
Then get the hell out of my apartment and take.
Okay, I digress. My mic is muted. Rock out.
Breeze, but
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.
Thuggin' on 8 with the 4-4s. High speed chase with the drugs on. Running from Jake and the Popo. They claim the game, but they subpar. Short 100 purse, need another jar. Been a hot boy with them rock stars. Watching out for the sweep off a Dunbar. But them Grand Marquises be unmarked. Sitting on the corner in the hood park. Say beat this gun charge. Seen them in the hood, hop out the back of the squad car. Either you trap or you farm hot. Choppers with straps on the arm stock. Slide with Glocks in the armrest. Got some get back, we ain't ducking no wreck. Put that chopper to a nigga lips like some fucking Carmex.
When a man who had no friends was asked
like
why
a
this
fucking hot
happened,
track.
he
Thuggin' in the projects. I wish I could bring my nigga Moss back. Turn your town into old country buffet, but we meant to plug it out back. We was back and forth.
responded, "Friendship is like a diamond. It's rare, expensive, and there are a lot of fakes. If you made one mistake, then a second and a third, at some point you would say, there are no real diamonds in the world. There are only fakes." And another man added, "A friend is a person to be valued and treasured, but unfortunately, there are rarely any friends in life you can really value." Haruki Murakami, in his book, Norwegian Forest, also talks about this through the voices of his characters. "Do you like loneliness?" she asked, propping her cheeks with her hands. "Traveling alone, eating alone, sitting in a classroom apart from everyone else." "I don't like being alone. I just don't make any extra acquaintances," I answered. "I don't want to be disappointed in people." There's a wonderful and sad parable about the friendship of a boy and an apple tree, and it's useful for everyone to know it. Those who do not have friends and those who have them. Why? Have a listen and answer the question for yourself. The little boy became friends with the apple tree in the forest. He often came to it, swung on its branches, ate the apples it gave him, made wreaths of the leaves, and imagined himself a real king of the forest. On a hot day, when he got tired of playing, The apple tree would shelter him from the sun, and the boy would fall asleep in its shade. And the apple tree had faith in an honest and sincere friendship. Time passed. The boy grew up and began to visit the friend more rarely. He had new friends and new interests, but sometimes he still visited the apple tree. One day he came to it again, and the tree saw that he was very upset. "What happened to you, my friend?" asked the apple tree, looking into his eyes. "Why do you no longer play with me? Do not swing on my branches. Do not imagine yourself a king." "A king must have money, and I don't have any," the boy answered glumly. "Neither do you." "But I have apples. Take them and sell them. Then you will have money, and you will be my good and happy friend again." The boy plucked the apples, took them away with him, and sold them. But he did not return to the apple tree, and it waited a long time for him, looking at the road where he always came to it. One day, he did show up, and again was unhappy with life. "Why did you take so long to come?" the apple tree asked. "I have missed you." "Because I have a lot of problems. Everyone has a family and children, and I can't have a family of my own because I don't have a home. What's the point of our friendship if you can't give me a home?" "I can," the apple tree replied. "Cut down my branches and build yourself whatever home you want. Then you will be happy again." He cut off all its branches, went away and built himself a house, and then married and enjoyed life until his old age, without remembering his apple tree. But one day he came back to it, and again, instead of the joy of seeing it, he complained about life. "I'm sick of everything. I want to sail away somewhere so I don't have to see anyone. I need a boat, but I don't know where to get one." The apple tree was silent, looking at his friend sadly. But the man took out his axe, and swinging it several times, he cut down its trunk to make a boat out of it. And when he had succeeded, he left without even looking back at the poor, tortured stump left from his friend. Time passed. Frequent rains watered the apple tree stump. The sun warmed the ground around it. Wild animals sometimes climbed on it and rested, enjoying life. But the stump was not happy about anything. It no longer saw the meaning in what it used to value more than anything else in the world. But the world did not cease to exist, and one day the stump released a little green sprout from its soul, which quickly turned into a young, beautiful apple tree full of strength. It began to live and again learned to enjoy every new day. But one day, a little boy came to it and said, "Hi, let's be friends." The apple tree trembled with all its branches but did not answer him. It no longer believed in honest and sincere friendship. George Carlin, American stand-up comedian, actor, writer, screenwriter, and producer, once said, "Inside every cynical person is a disappointed idealist. Who knows, maybe he used to be such an apple tree for someone